If you're tired of hearing the right is crazy when it's the left gunning people down. If you've grown weary of hearing white folks are bad and they're abusing the blacks and browns. If you're tired of listening to the media lies, it's time to wake up, patriot, and open others' eyes. Wake up, patriots, and grab your gun. Let's stand our ground, let's have some fun. It's time to remove the crazies, hopped up on crack. It's time to all stand up and take our nation back. If it makes you mad, they've like to stop the steal, where Republicans are the majority, but still they fail. Then might I suggest you get off your duff and put an end to this leftist stuff. Cause they're only winning when we have no voice. It's time to rise up and make some noise. We need an FBI that can be trusted. It's time the whole Obama crowd all gets busted. Wake up, patriots, and grab your gun. Let's stand our ground, let's have some fun. It's time to remove the crazies, hopped up on crack. It's time to all stand up and take our nation back. Trixie, Sean, and Mark on Wake Up Patriots or Patriots After Dark. While you're listening there, you will have some fun, but you'll also learn how to get it done. Just read the comments, meet some friends, cause we've got a battle going on. Wake up, patriots, and grab your gun. Let's stand our ground, let's have some fun. It's time to remove the crazies, hopped up on crack. It's time to all stand up and take our nation back. Don't just stand there and watch the nation tumble. Go to Wake Up Patriots, it's there on Rumble. And maybe toss some change in the cup. And don't forget to give a big thumbs up
for Wake Up Patriots.
So wake up, patriots, and get her done. Do it for your daughter, do it for your son. It's for our kids, we must turn things back. It's time for action and not just smack.
Oh my God, it's Frisky Friday. A whole nother week has gone by. A whole nother week. And there's Mark. Good morning. Oh.
Good morning, Audible. To you, I'll give you a personal hello, Audible. You are one of my favorite people.
Hey, Trixie.
Hi.
You live?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, we're live. How you doing?
Yeah, I can't hear anything
Hey,
for some reason.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I got the mic. I gotta do this shit again. Hold on.
Oh, what? Turn your mic up?
No, I gotta go into the audio thing and make sure it's the right. It's got that motherfucker.
Whoop.
Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Testing. Here we are.
I can hear you pretty good. Mark couldn't hear us, though. I don't know why.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. A lot of stuff happening. There's a discount on Chinese food. If anybody goes there, tell them you.
Oh yeah, we got China stuff. China. It's China.
If you watch Fox News or Newsmax about the President Trump's with Bing Bang Boom, you got a discount at any Chinese restaurant, 10% off. That's what I heard.
I saw.
Ping.
What's
his name? Bing Pang. What the fuck? What's his
G
Ping?
I don't know. I heard they named their kids by throwing pots and pans.
They throw the shit up in the air.
Don't tell me shut up. I don't know where Mark went. Oh, there he is. He's back. He's back.
Wow. And I'm way too big.
Oh,
of
what
a
angle?
wheel.
Oh, now we know he's got a pool table.
Yeah, I got a pool table back there. I don't know what's going on with the
You
wide
see the beer
angle.
cans on the top there.
No, those are beer mugs.
Oh. Cool.
I don't know what happened. I heard the whole entry, and then as soon as you brought me in, everything just went off on me.
I don't know why. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
There we go. I fixed the camera too.
All right. Wait. Ready for a prayer this morning?
Yes.
I'm ready.
For our Bible verse. Let's go with the Bible verse. That probably sounds better because it's not a prayer. But for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And that only applies to some of us. Some of us have a sound mind. Some of us don't. And it's Friday, so we're going to find out who doesn't. So do that.
Especially this morning, there'll be a lot of cursing on the on Frisky Friday because my mind ain't sound fucking at all.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Angry Frisky Friday, huh?
Okay, ready for a pledge?
Had to reboot again. Why? Because what's your problem, ID Bull? You had to reboot.
I don't know who had to reboot, but
maybe the same problem I had. Who knows?
I don't know. It
You
ain't
believe for me
me.
to join, I have to figure out. I can't join in the chat on the computer because it says stream this to the audience, but I can't check it. I got to do it on my phone to answer anybody.
Okay, well, I can do it on my computer. Well, let's do the pledge, and then we can all complain. How's that?
Okay, good.
I love that.
I know.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Whoop. Whoop. Sorry.
It's a great way to start the morning. Great addition to the show.
You know, what is it? Nothing like waking up with Folgers in your cup and then a little bit of a pledge, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Frisky Friday.
Oh, it's gonna be frisky. I can tell you that.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, look at this. Watch.
No.
Actually, we're red on Friday. Remember, everyone deployed.
Look what I got on there. Look,
You gotta go the other way, Mark.
Nice.
A little bit the other way.
The son will be very proud of you.
There, perfect. That way everything's off to your shoulder. Well,
Your son will be very proud of you because you're supporting your son that's deployed.
oh, I hear.
Everyone deployed. That's what red stands for. Remember, everyone deployed.
I did not know that. I
Yep.
would.
Right
I'm not dressed correctly, but I do have little red highlights here.
I don't have a clean red shirt this morning.
Mark's wearing
so-
red underwear for the record.
I got the underwear. Hold on, let me pull them pants.
I got a red face. I'll put.
Yeah.
I'll show you my red
Red
underwear.
ginger in the chat.
Wait. Yeah, cut George off. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Sean.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing today?
Good morning, Sean's prairie dog.
Yeah, I know. I love that prairie dog thing. I know. See, you guys, you got two red shirts. I don't know what Mark's got, and I got a red face. And
I got my Bucky. It's not just any shirt. This is from Bucky's.
Oh, yeah, way cool. I love
where
Bucky.
did you get that one at? Besides what Bucky?
I got it.
I know Bucky, but what one?
I got it in Georgia at the Bucky's. I think it was Brunswick. It's a smaller one, according to Florida for Trump. It's a smaller one.
They're adding 7 more stores in different states.
Mm-hmm.
They're adding 7 more. They're taking off. It's unbelievable. The thing was based out in Texas. That's where it started from. And they have grown because, well, the fuel. Hey, you see how many fuel posts they got there? I mean, it's unbelievable. They're like 100 and some fuel posts up there, and also electric too.
Well, not only
they don't
are
allow,
they like
they don't allow trailers there. They do not allow trailers.
Yeah, truck. Yeah, the big trucks.
They don't allow lot lizards either.
No.
Yep.
No lot lizards at Buc-ee's. They're not allowed there.
You think about it, they got so much freaking business. It's hard to find a parking spot. So, I mean, why would they let a truck pull in there that takes the spots
Yeah,
of 10
it
cars
is.
when you got all these cars driving around in circles trying to find a place so they can go in and spend a lot of
But
money?
the business that they do in that thing, well, let me tell you, between the people going inside the store buying stuff and the
Yep.
fuel, it's money. I don't even know if they're on the market. I don't know if they're a company or something.
I got to say, when we pulled in, I mean, it looks like they built their own exit off of 95, actually. It was kind of funny. But when we pulled in, there was such volume of people, you almost want to call it chaotic, right?
Yeah.
But since it was chaotic, everything
well
ran
organized.
smooth. Everything ran smooth.
Yeah.
The sandwiches they were making, they have a whole thing where you just go up and grab them. They just everything ran smooth. Bathrooms were as clean as could be for a public bathroom. I've never been in a cleaner public bathroom in my life.
Sit down and they could.
But it was good. It was good. The only I said to the girl, I said, "Do you have any Buc-ee's back scratchers?" And they didn't. And she says,
"Oh,
everybody asked for them." She says, "Just go on the website, and I think there's a link on the website that you could request things." I said, "I'm surprised you don't have a Buc-ee's back scratcher. I think that would sell." So
yeah, it seems like they're overlooking something there. Do you know, Sean? You talk about how clean the bathrooms are. That was Buc-ee's claim to fame. I mean, that's
right.
That's what made them famous, and that was their original business plan. Is we're just going to open someplace and have the cleanest bathrooms anywhere on the highway, and it's just freaking brilliant.
Yeah,
because I mean, it's not so much of a problem for us guys, but the women in the car, they want to pull over to the cleanest restroom for a good reason. Yeah, so it's just a brilliant business model.
I have squatted over a toilet before, just
well, sometimes you have no choice. Imagine, you go to Europe, especially in Italy and stuff. Even kind of nice restaurants, you go in there, they all take the toilet seats off. So I'm thinking, well, what do women do? Because there's a lot of them, especially like the little outdoor cafes where they just have, they have one little bathroom. There's not, men and women's. It's one for everybody, and they take the freaking toilet seats off.
Reason why they take the toilet seat off so people don't get comfortable in it.
Yeah. Well, so for men it's still okay, but for women you got to figure out how to.
The best one I saw was on the other side of Lake Como in Italy, because I know what Dickhead's house was right across away from the lake. What's his name? What's the actor's name there that was Obama's ass?
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Oh, George Clooney.
Yeah. So I took a piss in that lake directly to George Clooney's house. I couldn't go the other way. My cousin goes to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I got to take a piss here." So it goes right to George Clooney because he's a piece of shit.
Clooney.
Please.
Hey, I'm going to put something up real quick because it doesn't have anything to do what we're talking about today, but I thought it was pretty cool. You know how I was telling you about all the data centers and everything in Indiana? Look what this farmer cut into his field. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
Hey, good job.
I think that's sending a message, if you ask me.
You should put that on your page and stuff at TikTok.
Yeah, I should, shouldn't I? That is cool. I saw that and I was like, that's awesome, because that takes a lot of work to do that. You got to really know, with the GPS and your tractor and everything to be able to do that, put it in the data points and everything for that. I don't know how. I mean, I kind of know how they do it, but it was like, man,
okay,
better than the crop circles you find in England.
I want to imitate a Democrat right now. Well,
oh no,
you're gonna put your head up your ass?
No,
I don't think you can bend that far, George.
Yeah,
because of the redistricting.
Oh yeah.
Put up the ones that are losing their seats. Look at this. This is a good post.
Hang on here. I'm finding it. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
Al Green and Jasmine Crockett. That's a
Dan
good.
Dan Crenshaw is just as good for him to go as any of them.
Well, what a
scumbag.
A lot of these people were on the Ukraine list to take.
Now wait a minute. Why is Mitch
Crenshaw
McConnell?
Popeye.
So why is Mitch McConnell on there?
Because he's gone. They're
he's quitting.
redistricting his whole place there. They're
I thought he was retiring
McConnell's a
at the end of
senator.
this.
Redistricting won't matter.
He's retiring. He's retiring when the new one comes
If he's
in.
retiring, yeah, it's something different. Okay.
Man, you got your own crew fact checking you, George. I don't know.
I don't know. I saw Mitch McConnell. Did he announce he's not running?
They're just saying that. No, look at the statement. It says so far, next Congress will not have.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Will not have. Yeah, that's what
I'm asking. Did Mitch McConnell announce that he's not running?
He's retiring.
No, he's.
Okay, I missed that. Okay.
He said after this one he was gone.
He should have retired 30 years ago.
No, McConnell had to stay in because the what do you call it? The governor is a Democrat. He could put somebody in that seat.
I think
not that it would be much worse.
I think we talked about that before. I don't know if that's true. I think there's some type of. I think the power. Hang on.
The House, yes. All right, let's look it up.
We talked about this before.
I should.
We talked about this before.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's right, Florida Trump. He's been the Walking Dead for 4 years, and too bad Toon can't go. Toon. As George says, Toon.
Let me tell you, if there's a piece of shit, he gets an award. He gets an award.
Who? Toon?
Oh, he gets an award for being a piece of shit. That's it.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna in the chat. I've got exactly what kind of he is.
So if Mitch McConnell leaves his Senate seat before his term ends, January 3rd, 2027. Kentucky law requires a special election to fill the vacancy with no temporary gubernatorial appointment. So the governor doesn't matter. We talked about this before. That's why he said.
I thought that's why he didn't retire.
No, we talked about this probably.
He didn't retire, George, so he could freaking obstruct President Trump.
Election. That's what he said.
So here's the Kentucky's process, updated by law in 2024. House Bill 622. The seat stays vacant until a special election is held. Kentucky is one of the only few states, along with North Dakota, Oregon, Rhode Island, and Wisconsin, that does not allow the governor to make an interim appointment.
But there is something that way.
Yeah, and Universal's got that Cornyn and Cassidy will be gone. They'll get voted out too.
Yep.
Well, Cassidy, I think, is what a primary. I think is that tomorrow. I think.
What is it?
Yeah, Scott Pressler said to went out against him too, and then Cornyn, Paxton's going to beat him hands down. That's
so it's going to be interesting because I think Paxton has obviously the better lead in the situation, right, with the primary.
Yeah, what's his name? The other guy stepped down.
Hang on, but this Cornyn election is, I think, tomorrow. I'm not Cornyn. Cassidy election is tomorrow. All right. So I don't know if Cassidy has as much heat on him as Cornyn does. I don't know. So that will be interesting. Hopefully Cassidy gets booted out in the primary. But you get what I'm saying?
I sure hope Cornyn goes out. I mean, it looks like he's going to, but he is. You do have the Bush dynasty back there, so. Pray for.
They won't. The whole thing is they know not. Put it this way: they know not to cheat because if they cheat, Paxton will go after them. I spoke to Paxton a couple of times, and the Bushes are still after him. He said it when we saw him at Mar-a-Lago, but I remember him when he said that. In fact, me, Ed Henry, and Karen were talking to him at one of the bars and stuff, and we were talking to him. He said they try to destroy him. That's why they would. Putting all that shit up about him in Texas and stuff, but he was, not guilty and all that stuff and everything else. And plus, he's waiting to get. I think he's going to wait to get elected. Then he's going to sue the shit out of the Bushes.
Who's going to sue the shit out of the Bushes?
What?
Paxton, you're talking about?
Yeah. They put all that shit and trashed about him.
Oh, dirty politics.
Attorney General he was.
Yeah.
So.
I like Paxton.
Well, didn't Paxton?
What did you say? 4 states that they have to have the special election.
Yeah, special election. It's Rhode Island, Oregon, Wisconsin, North Dakota, and Kentucky. So it's technically 5.
But
Oregon.
you said they passed that in 2024, right?
But speaking of Paxson, didn't he beat a Bush?
Oh,
he doesn't beat around the bush. I know that.
No. I'm serious. It's
Didn't
not
he
a joke.
beat a Bush?
Didn't one of Bush's nephews?
Oh yeah.
That was half Hispanic, right? His great, what is it? His nephew, right, or something?
Yeah, I know. I can't remember which Neil. No, that's a brother, isn't it?
Yeah.
My mind's fried. I'm sorry.
Hey,
you guys, you're talking about about all that redistricting. Did you see our favorite drunk yesterday?
This is a moment where there are no bad ideas. A no bad idea brainstorm is what I'd like to call it. And in that no bad ideas brainstorm, we talk about what we need to do and think about doing around the Electoral College. We talk about the idea of Supreme Court reform, which includes expanding the Supreme Court. We invite a conversation about multi-members districts. We talk about, that if we win the Senate, which we should and we will, then the Senate Judiciary Committee should have rules that they put in place so when these people come before as nominees to the Supreme Court and lie, that they are held to account and consequence. Not just that somebody goes on cable news and says they lied, but that there are rules in place to actually penalize people for lying to a Senate Judiciary Committee. That we agree that it is right to have ethics rules for Supreme Court justices. And let's put those in place. Let's talk about statehood for Puerto Rico and D.C.
Ow.
These are the things I think that we've got to do. We've got to neutralize these red states from cheating, including blue states expanding their maps. And all of this, I think, is look, we got to fight fire with fire. These folks are playing to win. We got to play to win.
I want what she's having.
Goodness.
Talk about
Trixie, that's mean. And that's freaking hurt. God, she's so freaking revolting. It was.
I know. That's why I played it. I hope nobody's
hard to watch. Holy shit! I mean, that's so bad.
She told you what's coming if they win.
Yeah, but wait, I gotta
approval.
I gotta say one thing though, and Trixie, if you can, you might have to just play part of that back again real quick. I just now realized she looks exactly like Michael Jackson just before he OD'd. They could be they're identical twins. That was freaking Michael Jackson with a disgusting, cackling Camilla accent. I swear.
Even the bird got upset listening to that crap.
Yeah. God.
She heard the blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I know, isn't it? I played that just because of what she said, and then she's like, 3 sheets to the wind there.
But honestly, when you first turned it on, when I looked up, I thought she's playing a clip of Michael Jackson. Looks just like him with the black hair, the receding hairline, and the skinny little shoulders, and the black jacket. I thought it was Michael Jackson. And the more I looked at it, the more it looked like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Might just be me.
Well,
well, her and Michael Jackson have never been spotted at the same time in the same place. So
there. I mean, if that ain't proof.
That could be some type of proof there. Yeah.
That's a point, Sean. That's a very good point. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, you're fact checking George and you're backing me up at the same time.
Yeah, we do.
I wasn't fact checking George. Listen. Hang on. If I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know. But if I know something, I will say it. And I remember we talked about that.
Yeah, but it's 4 states. I was what do you call? I was 46 right.
Well, okay, so that's good. That's good. So you were Biden amount correct, is what you're saying.
So since there's 50.
Speaking of Michael Jackson, Trixie, you got to pull this up. Speaking of Michael Jackson, there's a big hysteria going on that Michael Jackson was just seen on a bus not too long ago.
Holy smokes!
Look at this. Let me play the video.
Yes. esse fela da puta engana nós direitinho, mano. Você tá trampando no atacadão agora, Maicon? Oxe, tá louco, Maicon? Ai, gente, esse fela...
There's a resemblance there. Is that crazy?
Yeah. Even the nose all
Michael Jackson.
Look what I started.
That's nuts.
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy. So
now, Mark, Camilla and that guy were now on the bus together.
Another valid point. You know, Sean keeps us kind of in line, keeps us well grounded in reality here, I think, which doesn't really seem right for Frisky Friday.
Yesterday you said about that guy. Remember, Sean, about that guy? We played the video with all the executives that went there and all that stuff with Trump and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So China bought 200 Boeing planes. And
I thought I heard Trump say today it could be up to 750 planes. Did you hear that?
Well, they asked for Boeing wanted 150. I thought it was 200. He said.
Well, no, he did. But
200 is what I read. Yeah.
But then he said when he was on Air Force One or somewhere, he was having an interview, and he said, "But it could go up to 750." That sounds like crazy. That's weird. I don't know.
Did you see what they did after their meeting yesterday, though?
What's that?
这个夜市真热闹，大家一起吃得很开心。It's great, the best food is amazing. Cheers to that.
Yeah. Now listen, Denise, Adam Schiff, and Newscomb, they were having a sausage party.
Well, yeah.
They were having a thing in China.
Evidence and clear
got a low but IQ, but he but such a clown, but
Is that the one?
No, I know. I just noticed that. There
What
it
does
is.
this remind you of, Adam? Sword fight.
They were jealous of China.
You know those sausage things. Buc-ee's even has those.
Yep.
They got everything, man.
Buc-ee's has everything. They probably even have the kitchen sink.
The other one was Jeffrey.
They got great beef jerky there. And different flavors.
Let me tell you something. I thought I was going to pull my fucking teeth out. When I went to the behind the counter, I got the fresh one. It's better off to get the one to the bag. Because, man, that's tough. I'm talking about. And they last a long time. I mean, it's not that I.
You're talking about the beef
jerky?
jerky?
That's meant for your saddlebags there, George.
Yeah,
you can throw them in there and ride all the way across the country.
Oh, I used to buy it because when I used to, a lot of times on the road and stuff, because you could just break a piece and keep it in your mouth. And, long time. Yes, what happened? You were going to say something there, Trixie?
Trump made a video about his time in China. I didn't know if anybody's seen it, though.
No.
I think we better have a look.
Let's have a look.
Konnichiwa, my dear Chinese amigos. Your favorite president is here in China. I'm here to meet with your lovely dictator Xi, great friend of mine, a bit of a party pooper. I told him he was the Kung Flu Panda one time, and he didn't even smile. And when I ask him for McDonald's and a Diet Coke, he offers me tea and friggin' sushi. Or whatever it is you guys eat here in China. Probably dogs, like Somalis in Ohio. Anyway, thank you for inviting me to your lovely country. Remember to keep spraying Lysol in Wuhan. We don't want another fake virus to come from China. Anyway, arigato, bitches.
I can't believe the two words he says was Japanese.
Yeah. and he called them amigos.
Japanese. Arigato.
Well, AI does give you false reports once in a while. I found that out. I've gotten fact checked online when I do something.
It's automated ignorance.
And he said amigos, right?
Yeah, he called them amigos.
Yeah. I don't think that's a Chinese word.
My Chinese amigos.
I thought that was funny.
CSM put an interesting comment in the chat about where was our first lady and also China's first lady, right? You didn't. I mean, obviously, Melania didn't travel over there, but maybe because it's a summit, and maybe I don't know, but it's not a state dinner. It's different. It's a summit. They were working for business. I don't know.
I like their rules because the wives stay in the back.
Any George, any thoughts on that, gang? Of why there was no wives there?
She was there. I saw the Madam Z. Yeah.
Oh, Madam Z.
Yeah.
But Melania didn't go.
She was there too, but she was just respectfully staying a few feet back, I think, because of
Where, in another country?
Florida,
no, I saw
Trump
her when
said
they
they
got
were
off the
shopping.
plane.
They were not
She was
shopping.
about 6 feet behind him. Because I was remarking to myself about how both Melania and Trump are quite a bit taller than anybody else around them, but she was there.
I didn't see
I think
anything with
she's
Melania.
just keeping a low profile.
Yeah, but the wife's supposed to walk behind the
I didn't see.
husband.
Mark, the chat is fact checking you. Denise says I saw Ivanka, not Melania. Emma Heath said Laura Trump went. Melania did not go.
Okay, I
you
could
may
be
have
wrong.
saw Laura Trump and thought
It might
that
have
was
been
Melania.
Laura Trump that I saw then. I could have sworn that was Melania, but thanks for the
So I didn't think
correction.
Melania went. Yeah, I don't think she went. I'm not sure why. The left will say they're ready for divorce, though, is probably what they're saying.
Well, it doesn't say anything like that. We got, for a Friday, we got lots of fact checkers today. I don't know.
Yeah.
They
Starting
come out
with
of the
Sean.
woodwork
I
or
think
what?
Sean
I'm
started
saying
all
Google
this shit.
says
Very nice
Melania
to
did
have
go.
a chat that checks this out. What's about?
I'm just kidding. Okay, I think it's funny.
No, it's good. No, it's good because we don't know. We don't.
Yeah, we don't want to spread misinformation.
What do you?
That's why when I know something, I bring it up, and everybody gets mad at me because I say it. I
didn't get mad at you.
I didn't get mad at you.
And this guy always tells me, "Tell him, fucking tell him, just tell him."
Are you on your laptop today, Sean?
Yes, Mark, I am.
You can really tell with the camera quality is so much lower, and it makes everything pink. I noticed
Really?
little George had a pink beard.
Oh, well, so I gotta get a new laptop then.
I thought it looked okay. On my end, it looks all right.
It looks okay. I was noticing it in Savannah, like the wall behind him looked kind of pinkish.
Yeah, Trump Jr. has been quiet lately.
Don Jr.
for that, right?
Don Jr.
Yeah, well, he puts his foot in the mouth a lot. So
what happened?
No, dude. I'm talking about between the two sons. Eric's very well spoken, and he does most of the dealings for the Trump organization. He tries to. Yeah, Junior's trying to be. He tries to be, but he might start. Yeah, that's a good one. He start.
Yeah,
so
Eric's a little more articulate and a little.
My friend,
how's USA feeling? How's she doing? Hey.
That's why I just asked her in the chat. My friend Jerry told me Trump came out with a phone yesterday. The Trump. A
while back ago. Yeah, Trump phone, and the whole thing is you got. I think it was like $100. What is it? $1,000.
So the difference between the Trump phone and the Obama phone is Trump phone's an actual business. The Obama phone was costing taxpayers money.
I got an Obama phone. I got an Obama phone. I got a free phone. I got an Obama phone.
So you know what it is? The Trump phone. You know what the ringtone is on it? China, China, China.
I thought it was YMCA.
Oh, it could be that too.
Yeah, that would be good. No, but the Trump phone, yeah, that's the difference, Sean, is one thing. The Obama phone is given away for free only to scumbags at our expense. And the Trump phone is a legitimate business. You got to pay $1,000 or more for the phone. But as I understand, the real key quality of it is you are not being tracked everywhere you go, and you don't become livestock for your phone company. I mean, right now, as much as I love my iPhone, they track everything you're doing. I mean, everything.
That's correct, though.
And that's you actually have a little more privacy, as I understand, with the Trump
They get
phone.
that data from the apps that you have on your phone. Actually, is what they get that data.
Yeah, well, from everything. Like a lot of people don't know. One of the reasons why the Apple Maps and the Apple navigation is so high quality is it doesn't matter whether you're using your navigation or not. When you are in your car and you have your iPhone with you, you are being tracked exactly how fast you're going. So they have. You think about it, when you have a crowded highway of all these cars driving, nearly everyone's going to have an iPhone in it, because either the driver or one of the passengers, or at least more than half of them do, so they can see the exact speed of the flow of traffic everywhere. So they can instantly tell you when, there's a road jam up ahead. But you're being used for that. You're not given permission. I mean, you're not giving permission. They just track you, period.
Well, my Nissan 2022, so you turn the car on, it says Nissan is tracking all your information on your car to see if you got any noodles in the engine. So that comes on as soon as you start the car. So we've been being tracked for a long time anyway. And you got the phone. Everybody's worried about all the stuff that the government's going to come out with the cameras and in the car. It's already done with the phones already. Doesn't tell you shit. Even on your computer, if you leave your computer on, the guy comes into your Wi-Fi and everything else. They can see what's going on. Even the camera.
This guy tracks me. He's always saying, "All right, get up." He goes, "Where you going? Where you going? Where you going?
What are you doing?"
No, you know what he says? He goes, "Where's Lana? Where's Lana?
Where's
Lana?"
Yeah.
Hey, listen, if you got a smart TV, make sure you get those little cover for the cameras that are on the TV.
So I don't know where is there. I have a smart TV, but I never noticed the camera on there. But I never really
look on the bottom. It should be on the bottom. If not, then you don't have one. But if you go in,
I think some of them have them on the top, George. I think too.
No, but I'm saying go into your settings. If it says camera option, then you know you got one.
Okay.
So most likely you see it on top or underneath. But they sell these little windows that have sliders on it that you could, because sometimes if you want it, you could use the smartphone as a computer, and you could get a portable keyboard that hooks up to the TV.
Oh yeah, you use a camera on it. Yeah.
But you need the camera there if you're doing a visual thing. So, but that's what happens. But they have a little thing. Amazon sells them a whole bunch of packs, like a couple of bucks, and it's a little thing with a slider, and you would actually cover the camera. And
the slider?
Yeah, slider.
A slider?
Slider.
Yeah. Somebody was noticing. I haven't seen Stacy all week either. I don't know where she is. Everybody in the chat says they haven't seen Stacy all week.
She's feeding those chickens. She had all those waffles.
The waffles,
chickens.
She was
probably
popping
still
those
feeding.
waffles out.
She probably opened a Waffle House, is what she did.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Either that or she decided to
she
dip
had
into
waffles
the
and
chicken's
eggs at
waffles.
the same time. Have a full breakfast.
She may be in a sugar waffle coma right now.
I finally got to eat breakfast this year. Last year I didn't get to eat breakfast this year.
So wait a minute. Has Stacy been in the chat since Savannah?
No, that's what they're saying. She hasn't been in all week.
So somebody ought to get in touch with her.
I will. I'll text her later and say, "Where the hell are you?"
Yeah, because that's unusual. That doesn't seem.
I think Mark pissed her off in Savannah because he didn't have enough waffles.
Yeah.
She's traumatized.
Hey, let me tell you something cool about those about the waffles. Our very nice woman who took care of all the AV and all the catering and everything there with Alaf. I forget her name. Demetria, yeah. So I go over there and I see when Stacy's making that, loading up a box full of extra waffles, and I go, well, holy crap, man! I probably shouldn't have ordered 40 waffle serving for 40 people of waffles. I should have just gone 20. I thought I did. And Dimitri goes, "Oh yeah, Mr. Mark, you only ordered 20, but y'all are so nice and so easy to get along with. I just decided to make you 40 anyway and not charge you." I thought that was just cool as hell. But
nice.
That's how much they love. That's how cool our Wake Up Patriots, our Patriots are.
Mark, you did the right thing by them. Remember we talked about that? So
Oh yeah, we took up a collection. We tipped her $180, and just so you know, we tipped
60 waffles.
yeah, and then we also tipped the hotel crew. This doesn't count the bartender. I saw a lot of Patriots very generously tipping the bartender, including myself.
But we
tipped.
The girl was better than the guy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we tipped the hotel, the lobby desk staff. We tipped them a total of $130. So because they took such good care of us, they really. And I had a lot of the different employees come up, including Brooke, who was our sales manager, who she runs all the conventions there, and she came up and said repeatedly, by the way, that they have never worked with such a nice group of people. I mean, and I'm not talking to me. I'm talking about all the Patriots. They just love us.
You should have told her. Do you vote Republican?
George tipped bartender a 20.
What? She got a stipend for the trolley.
Actually, that was Disha behind the desk. She tried to. She did her best, and she didn't pull it off. And then Disha saw us all there when I was trying to round everybody up and talk about how we're going to get there. And we had a couple of people that didn't want to walk the few blocks. And Disha heard that, and I see her. She's over there on the phone. Disha being the kind of the manager behind the desk in the lobby, and she's on the phone and she waves me over and she said, I'm on the phone right now with the company. We're going to get you a bus over here. And sure enough, what is about 10 minutes later or so, they got our own bus to come pick up our Patriots. And
you know, they
Mark, don't spread fake news, Mark. It wasn't a bus, it was a van.
It was a van, yes. A large van,
Sean. They were very kind with us with the bills and everything else, the bar and I mean, they did a great job.
And George got in and out of that van.
And that van driver did pretty good too, because I tipped him and I saw George. I already had the money in my hand, and I saw George tipped him a good tip too, so he did well.
George tipped the bartender really good too, so he kept coming right back.
Yeah. Oh, I tipped him $60 right off the bat, and they.
So what do you call
but the important thing is not that tips are not. All the staff there said that we were the best convention they ever had. That everybody was so nice, So that is just a testimony to the quality of our Patriots here.
Well, I will say the pizza was good. I really liked it, except for the pieces that were chewed on my plate. I don't know who did that, but
is that George there?
It wasn't me. It was the other one.
She got me.
Yeah, and I got it on video too.
You got a lot of videos.
I come back and there's bites out of my pizza, but then when I was going back through the videos, I saw them.
I said,
well, we have Low Country Patriot to thanks for the recommendation. I was actually looking at a different pizza place, but she told us it had to be Screaming Mimi's. So
USN Air said, hopefully the next one's on level ground, please.
Yeah. Exactly. I think if we do this again, we're going to do it in a sports arena where they have a skating rink, so everything's perfectly flat.
Perfect. Just no ice
slippery.
What's that?
A skating rink would be flat but slippery.
Oh yeah, well we make them drain the ice. We just want the flat floor there.
Yeah.
I was very surprised about how good the pizza was. It was really good. I have to say. And the other
was good. It wasn't Jersey good, but it was good.
We went to that other place. Calderone's was very good.
I didn't get there, George.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make it there.
Corleone's.
Corleone's, yeah.
They spelled it wrong. But anyway.
I heard they make you a deal you can't refuse.
Oh, speaking of that.
Thumbs up, or I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
Upsies.
What a collectible glass that was.
Tracy, lasagna.
What a collectible, what a beautiful glass that was. It had the signature on it.
I know.
How horrible.
I know.
Hey,
it was a tragedy. It was a crime against humanity. The humanity. I've heard it all for weeks ago.
I was so embarrassed. I was ashamed. Well, let me tell you, you want to hear a good one? I'll tell you the best one. Okay. We had to go to Mar-a-Lago, the group. Born and Raised. Anyway, I told everybody, do not bring your fucking guns. Don't bring any kind of weapons. But we had one guy that decided he played like Stevie Wonder, so he brought his weapon.
How freaking stupid can you get?
Well, then I got a phone call because what they were going to do is not admit him into Mar-a-Lago.
Admit him somewhere else.
Oh, please. They said because, your organization and everything else, we'll hold his gun from him. When he comes back out, he'll get it. So,
but he actually showed up at the line to enter Mar-a-Lago with the gun.
At the line, you drive in.
Yeah.
Under this thing, canopy that they're coming with the dogs.
Yeah.
Up your ass and every place else. And and everybody told him. I told him. Papa Bear told him.
Yeah.
Joey told him. Everybody told him.
I mean, it's kind of common sense. I wouldn't go within 5 miles of Mar-a-Lago with a freaking
I got
gun.
him good. I got him good, but what happens? We're eating at a place, and all of a sudden, somebody called me from a Google number. I said, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I can't believe my guy did that. I know he's not supposed to, but tell him he's never allowed in Mar-a-Lago again." We had him going for about a half hour. He was going to cry. It was funny.
Did you guys see what happened?
What happened?
The Senate advanced 49 Trump appointees in one sweep, 51 or 51 to 46 on a cloture vote. And so it got some of the U.S. attorneys and key nominees all moved.
And why was
about
that?
Freaking time.
Why was that?
Assholes.
Why was that?
Why was that? Because the pricks are on vacation.
No, but what besides that? Besides that, the thing is that what happened in Indiana?
Oh yeah, because of the redistricting, and they all got booted out.
So, and everybody, we talk about Mr. I don't know why he endorses him, but the one that went to Disney World.
Oh, Lindsey Graham with his little sparkly thing that he had. The little
God.
He's a homo anyway, but that's besides what he. The guy is such a warmonger to supply all the stuff and everything else. Trump endorses him, but one thing you got to say about him, he backs Trump all the time. So it just
when he wants, George. He doesn't always. He doesn't back everything Trump does. I mean,
if you got 75%, that's pretty good. With all the shitheads that you got in there too, and Toon's got the balls to stand there and say,
Toon,
that mother.
Toon
needs to change his tune. But going back to Tracy's thing there with the nominees that got through, right? And you're saying about Thune. The reason why he's doing that is because he's trying to get heat off him because of his SAVE Act, I believe. That's what I think personally. I don't think it's
correct. But
it only took him 15 months to get these nominees through when he could have got them. He could have did this the first month that they were in. Right?
No, that's why they kept the session. They kept the session. They kept the. Trump had 151 appointments to do, and because Toon and Johnson kept the gavel 1 minute a day, they just had to hit it once on the thing, and it was done.
Yeah, but this was deliberate. They are doing everything they can to slow this president down and thereby slow down the will of the American people.
He was
just freaking had it with these assholes.
All the presidents in the past had recess appointments except President Trump.
Yep.
This term. The last time
see, that's what pisses me off so bad is the Democrats. Okay, we know the Democrats hate America. They're going to do everything they can to destroy us, and they come right out and say it, just like Michael Jackson or that Camilla thing that looks like Michael Jackson said in Trixie's thing. They come right out and tell you, okay, we're going to screw you over right and left. But these stinking fucking Republicans come out and they blow all this smoke up our ass and say, oh, we're going to do all these wonderful things. And then they get in and you got freaking howdy doody Mike Johnson won't even bring a simple, that's what he freaking looks like. But he won't even something so simple, so inconsequential as English as our official language in America, which President Trump signed an executive order for, and several people have put legislation out, simply codifying that into law. And frickin' Mike Johnson will not allow it go to the floor for a vote. So whose side is this idiot on? And then you throw the whole, the Save America Act. They're not going to do it. They are going to. So they come out here, they say all this nice stuff to us to get elected, and then they give you the big old double FU.
I think Johnson's going to attach the bill, the SAVE Act bill again, to something else that the Senate's going to have to approve it.
Yeah, no, they'll shut it down. They'll say because Thune won't bust the filibuster, or won't even go back to what the traditional filibuster was, the talking filibuster.
I think Vice President Vance will step in. He's the president of the Senate. I think there's going to be some pressure put on him. There's six senators already at challenging Thune, so they got to get a couple of more.
Yeah, But I mean, how could they all not be doing that? Because if any of them even even tried or even wanted to pretend like they were going to, live up to their campaign promises, because they all got, or most of them that are in right now, got drug in on Trump's coattails. So they had to they had to come out and look like they're America first.
Well, Mark, you know
but
what
once
it is?
they get in, it's
Mark,
that to us.
what do you call McConnell controls the coffer? What all the millions and billions of dollars in there. So he tells them how much money, what who's getting what. And Toon is the other big piece of shit because he was up. If you wanted to smack McConnell in the nuts, you just had to smack him in the head, Toon. So that was.
And you could actually, you could make him lose his balls by hitting him in the chin when he's near McConnell.
Unbelievable. I tell you, can change that shit. Hey, Tricks, what else we got?
We need somebody to step up. I mean, look at Tommy Tuberville. He didn't put up with that shit. He came up, he voted right, he did everything right.
What's his name? Even Birch is a great guy, too.
Yeah, but he's in the House, so he doesn't have as much, power.
Oh, yeah, he did? Oh, I got to check that out. Scott stood outside Toon's door and did an X post about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it now. Matter of fact, I had it here and I lost it.
Let me tell you something. If I would take a flight to North Dakota.
Something's wrong with
House. What?
Something's wrong with Twitter. For I had it and I lost it. Something's going on with Twitter.
I'm going to say taxation without representation. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep. Yeah, that's what's going on. They think they act like they represent us, but they represent themselves.
Yeah.
The problem is they were terrified when we first walked on Washington about the voting. We had about 25,000 people, I think, the first time we did October. And then it increased when the Stop the Steal came. It was over 1 million people there. And you know what? One big group that was there, the Vietnamese. They had the banner Stop the Steal in English and in Vietnamese. A big group of them. It's unbelievable. But they were there when we put the big flag with the blue line right in the square and carried it all the way to the thing, and then we to Lincoln Memorial, and then after that, on January 6th, there was close to it was 1.5 million people there. But it didn't scare them. It didn't scare them at all. Did not scare them at all. What they did is they turned the whole thing around because of the politics and the deep state and everything else, even being set up by the FBI. Which these judges, they got to, Judge Janine is, doing pretty good, and the Attorney General. But we have to worry about it. So.
Oh, hey, Trixie, you got any losing your shit or anything like that, or something else?
I do, and we're going to a way back time machine for losing your shit this week.
Let's go back to the time machine. Oh, we were talking about the time machine the other day, the movie Time Machine.
Yeah.
And I have to say one thing. The chat is unbelievable of what the group of people we have in there when they research stuff first, because we have those brain floods.
Yeah. Hey, they kept me honest already once today.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I saw Melania standing back there behind Trump.
Would she have a baby, Stefan?
I don't know. I couldn't remember. Red said no, that she had some bad stuff happen and stepped away. There was somebody that was having a baby, and I can't remember who it was. That was younger. I know it wasn't. I mean, Anna Paulina Luna, but that was a while ago.
Let's see. Did you see this one? What they put up? Hold on. Wait. No, this one. Oops. Shit.
Oh, here's the video of Presser outside Thun's door if you want it.
Yeah, I gotta play it.
You want to play it?
Yeah.
I'm looking for it. Oh, there it is.
I got it. Here it is. Ready?
Leader Thun's Washington, D.C. office. And while we were filming the video, just had a beautiful family from Kansas come up and say, we must have Save America Act. And truly, I mean this in earnest, the single most important piece of legislation the American people want. It is country saving. And I've done my best to be diplomatic. I've done my best to reach across the aisle and work with members of Congress in order to pass legislation that 84% of Americans want. And yet here we are in May of 2026, and we still have yet to pass the Save America Act. And that's why it's time to play hardball. This Saturday, I ask you to defeat Senator Bill Cassidy. If Senate Majority Leader Thune is not going to give us what we want, then you take away his top ally. You take away what he has. Right. Give us the Save America Act or lose your seats. And that's why on Tuesday, May 26th, we have a Texas election. I proudly endorsed Attorney General Ken Paxton. I ask for your vote for General Paxton. Defeat Senator John Cornyn. He voted for red flag laws. He promotes amnesty. He wants deportation relief. I'm so sorry, but it's time to go. Again, send a clear and decisive message to Senate Majority Leader Thune. If you do not pass what we want as the majority, the popular vote, then you are going to lose with meticulous precision, colleague after colleague, until you give us what we want peacefully. Game on.
Good job, Scott.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
Well,
he should be in charge of the RNC. That kid. That's who should be in charge. Not this guy. I can't believe this guy. What's his name? Oh, Grotus.
But that's all they pick, George, for RNC is losers. Yeah, I mean, when's the last time we had a decent person there?
Well, I have to say that Scott would be a perfect candidate in that spot because he constantly fights for every Republican seat that's out there. And in fact, when he registered people, because you can't, if a Democrat comes to your Republican, you can't tell them what party to go vote for. But he actually, when he volunteered to have people register, both Democrats and Republicans, he did such a great job. It's like unbelievable. So, I mean, you got to give that kid a lot of kudos.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you should do hair shampoo commercials.
I'm going to tell him to come on the show.
He's got the hair for it.
Yeah. Promo code Pressler.
Yeah.
He could do Pantene Pressler. Pantene. That beautiful hair. Yeah. I know we were just talking in the chat. I'm jealous. I'd like to have hair like that.
I like to have hair like that too.
Yeah, Artie Bull's asking, who is the RNC chairman right now?
Joe Grudas.
Oh, that's that guy from Virginia.
I know him a long time, and I'm very surprised at what he is. But it's just it's shameful that you're worried about the whole thing. Is and we go back to all the red states have the same line of shit. Oh, we have more Republicans registered more than Democrats, but they forget about the MPAs. The independents and stuff. I forget about it. I told you, Florida. Oh, Republicans are 5.5 million, Democrats are 4.1 million, and the independents are 4.3 million. And who knows how many people, people that come down here from these liberal countries, states and everything else, they come here, they're told, if you're a Democrat, they are told to be independent. And the reason why is because to keep us off guard of exactly what's going to happen. You watch, mark my word.
Well, I'm independent and have been for decades because the Republican Party left me a long time ago.
But the problem is
I was a hardcore Republican.
I know that, I understand it, but the whole thing is you can't vote on the primaries then. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm being abused.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, let's put up losing your shit. Go back in the Wayback Time Machine and see if you guys remember this one.
Okay, ready to go, guys.
Years ago, we began the day prayerfully. We had a Zoom call with our members because it was the time of COVID. And on that call, I said, this is the Feast of the Epiphany. This is an important Christian feast, and let us hope that word epiphany, which means we also not only a feast of the epiphany, but the idea of.
And what about if they shut down the grocery stores and we have to hunt for our own food? Okay, I don't know where little Debbie lives, Okay. Do she live next to the Muffin Man? You know what I'm saying? Is she in the forest with them damn twin sisters and brother?
Don't want to jump into conclusions or conspiracy theories. I don't know if you guys have focused on this, but have you ever seen a fat woman go missing?
What I think, but you invaded the country. Went into the country and we seized the leader of Venezuela.
Damn straight we did.
Come on. Hot, sicker than your average copper twist.
I've never heard of a deer calling competition. Leave it to our German friends to give it a go.
I don't think I've ever heard of.
Oh no! Oh, Ken. Well, now that's one way to call your wife.
Oh my goodness!
Good God, my God, this is obscene.
Before we get into a clinical diagnosis, I think it's important that Dr. Hafer and I show you a few images. Go ahead. Patriotism is racism. How does this make you feel? Sexism. Corporate greed. It's a bird. It's a bird. Fucking Peter. It's actually, everything's gonna be just okay. Oh my God! Easy. Here. Hold on. Breaths.
This will guarantee 100% prognosis. This is the most difficult card you're going to see.
I know you might consider some of our medical practices unorthodox. Before we get into a clinical
So I thought of that one, hitting the rail like that. I got to think of that.
No. That was an old one. That was from a while ago. Somebody said, "How did I do that traveling?" I did. That's why.
I forgot about that. I got to try that. I got to tell my friend to hold on the metal rail.
So did you? I think the best part of that was Stephen Miller going, "Damn right we did."
Yeah.
Did you see when she was walking down meeting all the delegation people? There's a video, and I was just looking for it, but I couldn't find it now. He stopped the longest at Stephen Miller, and he sat like he went to everybody, just shook their hand, like moved down or whatever. Stephen Miller, he probably took 5 times longer than they did anybody else. He looked at. I think he said something to him, but how can you not love Stephen Miller?
Stephen Miller loves Chinese food. He must have said. How are the egg rolls here?
Maybe it's about the egg rolls. Yeah, who knows? But that was great. That was great.
Yeah. So let's do the trivia yesterday.
Wait, real quick. Talking about losing your shit.
Yeah. Oh,
you see someone else lost her shit?
Who?
Well, it was really never her shit. E. Jean Carroll, the appeals court. She'll never see a dime of Trump's money. It looks like.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Freaking liar. That, you know what? That makes me so upset with her because the left was always, believe all women. When it's somebody on the right and something like that happens, they say, oh no, we got to see all the evidence and everything. Yep. But then E. Jean Carroll just made every single woman that has ever come forward look like crap.
Yeah.
She should have never done that. And I can't believe the left put her up to that. It was that Neville Singman or something that gave her the money? Isn't that who it was? Somebody paid her to do it, though.
I thought it was what's her name's husband? George Conway.
Oh yeah. See, I'm tired. But yeah, I remember somebody paid her to do that and everything, and it was just such bullshit. All the stuff always comes out like that.
I mean, it's so bizarre. First of all, he was married to Marla Maples at the time, right? Who's beautiful, and then he just happens to see her in a store and goes up and feels her up. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I mean,
in a dressing room, no doubt too. Like he had access to just go walking into the dressing room over there. It's a bunch of crap.
and he would, because as a multi-billionaire bachelor or bachelor or not, but as a multi-billionaire in New York, I'm sure he would have a real hard time finding girls for consensual relations.
Remember they interviewed her on the farm? They interviewed her on the farm. She was out of her mind. Wasn't that
She's always been out of her mind.
She's nuts. Yeah. What's his name? CNN. What's his name? What's the guy's name?
Who are you talking about? Lemon?
No, the other one. The Gloria Vanderbilt's son. What the hell's his name?
Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, he interviewed her, and she started talking about how erotic it was to be raped or something. He looked at her and was like,
yeah, that's what I said. She's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
she is nuts.
Her mama must have dropped her on her head.
Yeah.
I could say.
I just hope she had half of that money all spent. I hope she went out and made a bunch of financial, bought things on credit and made a bunch of stupid financial moves. That
what's a shame that all of them keep on saying about rape when they interview Trump. They don't say to him, but they say about a rape and all the stuff that he was accused of, found innocent. But they always bring it up. Even everybody, all these liberals pull the same shit all the time, keep on repeating the same stuff over and over again.
I saw a sign in front of a house yesterday up in North Jersey that said, keep the migrants, deport the rapist. That's how deranged these people are.
Yeah, they're sick, absolutely twisted.
I don't know if you get it. So I couldn't. I was trying to download that song. I couldn't.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, trivia yesterday. What Flynn served under what presidents? And the answer was Obama and Trump, and Doc was the first one to get it. Doc Schilling. So congratulations, Doc.
He was the first one to even answer yesterday. So not only was his first answer, but he was right. But I think they say Mrs. Flynn's a tough cookie, so maybe it's 3 presidents. Maybe he served under.
Yeah, she's the president of the House, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think Greg FL for Trump should get some sort of consolation prize for most different guesses in a row. I know Sean cut him off after 3, I think.
Yeah, well,
but come on, he tried harder.
Trump forgot he answered twice before, maybe. So I'm not sure.
You got to give Greg the prize for the most determination.
Yeah, well, Minnie asked if there's a booby prize. Only if you're giving it, Minnie. No.
Booby prize.
The booby prize is brought.
Booby prize for Greg. Booby prize. Well, let's see. What do we got here? Let's do the Trump truth. So hang on. I gotta key up my stuff here.
Somebody's watching me. Somebody's watching me. Somebody's watching me.
Okay, here we go.
All right, this one's a really long one today, but it was definitely the truth of the week. Just about 15 hours, the president said, when Z very eloquently referred to the United States as perhaps a declining nation, he was referring to the tremendous damage we suffered for the 4 years of Sleepy Joe Biden and the Biden administration. And on that score, he was 100% correct. Our country suffered immeasurably with open borders, high taxes, transgender for everybody, men and women's sports, DEI, horrible trade deals, rampant crime, and so much more. President Z was not referring to the incredible rise of the United States has displayed to the world during the 16 spectacular months of the Trump administration, which includes all-time high stock markets and 401ks, military victory and thriving relationship in Venezuela, the military decimation of Iran, to be continued, strongest military on earth by far, economic powerhouse again, with record $18 trillion being invested in the United States by others. Best U.S. job market in history, with more people working in the United States right now than ever before, ending country destroying DEI, and so many other things that would be impossible to readily list. In fact, President Xi congratulated me on many tremendous successes in such a short period of time. 2 years ago, we were in fact a nation in decline. On that, I fully agree with President Xi. But now the United States is the hottest nation anywhere in the world, and hopefully our relationship with China will be stronger and better than ever. But anyway, I think that's just had to be said after President Xi basically threatened the president and us right in his opening statement. Kind of paraphrasing, but basically saying if we mess around and try to support Taiwan's independence, that they're going to go to war with us. So I thought this was an incredible response.
Yeah. Well, they definitely want us to break ties with Taiwan.
Yeah. Well, it was a pretty in your face thing. It basically said you better be careful, don't mess around. If you support Taiwan too much, that could cause conflict between the two of us. It's pretty rough words, so
the only thing I heard him say was asshole.
Asshole.
When he was meeting, he said, asshole.
You asshole. Yeah.
And then he followed up with this. I like that one. I always
love that one. We lost George.
Where'd he go?
I think George timed out.
Oh boy. George is
man.
Right now. George is talking and he's looking at his laptop talking and don't want
Yeah, God, that's it. Hey, cue up startled prairie dog. He might be coming back anytime.
That would be funny, right? Yeah.
It would be pretty funny if you did right when that came back.
I'll get this to come up when George comes up.
There
he comes. How did you go, George?
What? I was trying to find an email, but it just disappeared.
Kind of like you did. Hey, I see MK Hart mentioned about listen to Vance yesterday. Very impressive. I didn't hear it, but I see he's getting a lot of praise on whatever he was talking about. Was he in
yeah, it was in Maine, I think.
Maine, yeah. About this, I think about the fraud, right? Is that what he was talking about?
Yep, exactly. Yep. Was big about
Did
that.
you say fraud or frog?
Fraud.
Okay.
I can't understand a word he's saying. It's not it's the accent. It's a little bit tough for me to hear.
Now we got the Jersey accent.
Now you got to make fun of the
That was
Jersey
perfect
accent?
timing, Trixie.
John, can you move over so you're not in the comments because all you look like you got.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go. Yeah.
Now I'm in the comments on this screen.
I know that's what it looked like to me, Sean. But you've got to go so it looks like the comments are right on your face, and then the
I'll
rest
just
of
pop
us
out and come back in, and then that will solve the problem for me.
Well, you can play musical boxes that way.
Yeah.
That would be kind of funny.
Pop out and jump back in.
It doesn't matter what I do. I always end up on my end. I'm on the top left always. And
that's how I always see it. Yeah.
That's right. Always on the
That's what
top.
George says. George says that too.
Hey, play this. Is
George was going to drop me off on the bike somewhere. That's what he was going to do.
Yeah, play this little. What do you call it?
What?
What do you call it?
Oh, the little. What do you call it? Hey, it reminds me of
Right
George.
there, the thing.
The thing. Yeah, play the thing.
What you call? I love what you call.
Do you ever get tired of being a bitch ass liberal? Oh, ass liberal. A pussy ass liberal. Oh, pussy ass liberal. Do you get tired? Do you get tired? Do you get tired? Do you get tired? You's a lame ass liberal. Oh, weak ass liberal. A weak ass liberal. Oh, weak ass liberal. Do you get tired? Do you get tired? Do you get tired? Do you get tired? Now I don't mean to judge you and I don't mean to but you be on some bullshit, and I don't play those games. When are you gonna grow up and act your big old age? You are the worst and you know that. I just can't stand your bitch ass ways. Hey, I got a question cause I really need to know. Do you ever get tired of being a bitch ass liberal? I got a question cause I really need to know. Do you?
I think that was cute.
That should go platinum.
I like our
man.
losing the
That
shit
is-
monkey better than that monkey though.
Oh
That one is great. Hey, and speaking of pussy ass bitch liberals, whatever he said, did anybody hear about that judge in Texas that up until today, I think she's got till noon today to shut it down, but she's been requiring that everybody wear COVID masks in her to be able to enter her courtroom, including the defendants who have no choice. So they're strapping all these masks on them. And then she was making people fill
What
out
about-
questionnaires, whether they have a cough or something.
Yeah, that's a good one. What about the judge that got cross-examined by Congress about letting go of that guy that would wind up killing somebody, that girl?
Oh
They
yeah.
let that thing out. Yeah, that was unbelievable.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
some hearings.
just sickening.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. No thumbs down today.
Wow.
We got a slacker.
Trixie, no, it doesn't say mute.
No, wait, it's not over yet. You got 15 more minutes.
No, TSM said no thumbs down.
Do
today,
you
so I
guys
got-
hear Trixie?
I think I'm gonna
Huh?
change.
What, Mark? You can't hear?
All right, I guess I got to go out and in because I can't hear Trixie.
Oh no.
Yeah, I hear Sean, but not Trixie.
George
All
doesn't
right,
hear
I'm out.
Trixie. George doesn't hear Trixie. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Sean?
I can hear you, Mark.
Okay, so it's a Trixie thing then. All right.
Trixie's being very tricky.
Yeah, tricky
Yeah.
Trixie.
Yeah, tricky Trixie.
But she's got such a nice smile, even when she's not talking, doesn't she?
George just said.
Oh, Mark, that's nice.
Can't hear you.
She said
Thank
that's
you.
nice, Mark. George just said he would give
Oh, you
anything.
can hear.
George.
So it is just me.
Just took my
George
boots off.
just said you're a lucky guy, Mark. He says he would give anything not to hear Trixie.
Okay, that's not cool. I'm getting out and coming back here.
You know what I
John,
noticed? That's
go
funny?
make me a freaking sandwich.
You know what I noticed that was funny is I didn't know I was playing the drums in that video clip that you opened up with.
You didn't.
No, I didn't.
I did. I noticed it.
Is that one of the new Trump bills? I don't know.
My heart belongs
How
to
in the,
you.
how in the heck did you find that, Sean?
I got that from a while ago, but yeah, didn't they just say Trump? They're putting a Trump bill out there. I don't know.
He might have. They might have said they
Yeah,
were putting
he's getting his signature. Yeah, he's going to put his face on a bill.
But I have a better one. I've got $1,000 one.
No, look at that one.
1,000. You're buying. You're buying. Next rum bucket's on you.
There you go. That would buy a few rum buckets.
It better. Well, I don't know the way
Yeah,
you
yeah.
drink it. It might not be a few.
Yes,
rum
there
buckets.
is.
Hey, we
RD
stuck
Bull,
George
you're
in the chat window now.
RD Bull, you are correct. And what's his name? Speedy in the chair there.
What RD Bull say? You gotta say what RD Bull said.
Oh, about the having Sharia courts in Dallas. There's 3 of them there.
3 Sharia courts.
Yep, and it's true. And Mr. Governor there, let that all go, and that's a point. Now he just signed a bill to outlaw Sharia, which once they plant the shit there, you can't remove the shit. And then they had to be, what's his name? That kid Nick was at by a mosque, and all the Muslims started chasing away, even the cop. And the cop had a thing on front of him said FAFO. But they were defending the Muslims.
Yeah, you know. Well,
I think it's time to.
It's time to what?
Have the pig roasted by Gonna have
No,
Trying to pass, you know what time it is? It's
I got a
time.
tip for all you guys today.
Don't be an ass. It's time to pass the Save America Act. That's what time it is.
Yeah, it is.
We can't
It
forget that.
absolutely
We
is.
got to keep on hammering that. There's so much
Well, we
stuff
got to call
going
up.
on.
Everybody's got to call up the senators. Everybody's got to
Yeah.
get on the phone and call up everybody.
Oh yeah, I got that.
What about the number? Don't we have the number? Can we just?
Yes, I'm bringing it up right now.
All right, take it easy.
See how
man.
fast I am? Take it easy there.
Call the Rhino 2.
Thank
Number
you. Yep.
is the saver 202-224-2321. I'm going to post that on Facebook also, so everybody calls.
So, how about this? What do you think this is about? You think this is about getting some leverage in Cuba? I know our CIA director, John Ratcliffe was in, but look at this, Trick, pull this up. U.S. is moving to indict former Cuban President Raul Castro.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and the Cuban people were all ecstatic about it, but they offered them $100 million if they change their ways. It's all the deal with. It's the art of the deal again, and we all knew Cuba was next. And it's a very, it's only like 90 miles away. Hey, like that. See, I remember.
That's better.
Look good, George.
I know how to get rid of it.
We got a new sponsor.
Oh, what's the sponsor?
An abridged guide to flatulence. The blast furnace.
What happened?
Deep breath. The rolling thunder. The horn of Jericho.
I gotta find your video. You want about
The Spanish wind. The cover-up. The long goodbye. Farts are funny, but frequent gas and bloating may be possible symptoms of colon cancer. So
I just thought that was funny. You know what it reminded me of? Brussels sprouts.
No.
I'm sure it reminded you pretty good of Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
But that video was pretty stinky.
I know it was
that really
stinky,
stinks,
but
yeah.
that was an actual ad that the Cancer Society in England put up for colon cancer, and I thought it was just hilarious. But it reminded me of Brussels sprouts and
That's
Savannah.
English humor for you.
Yeah, I don't know why Americans don't do ads like that kind of stuff anymore. Remember, they used to be really funny, and now they're all so dry because everybody got woke.
Yeah, there's even comedy, right? They even had a
Mini Ball saying, "What about motorboat?" I never thought of motorboat as being a fart. That's something more fun.
No, I think I have a different.
Yeah, I got a totally different definition of motorboat.
Yeah. I know what you guys are talking about.
I'm talking about on the lake. What are you talking about?
Yeah, fishing.
That's what I was talking about. Do you have an electric motor or do you have a gas motor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Red Ginger says silent but deadly. Eat green. Yeah, I know. I don't know why farts are so funny, but they just are.
They're funny unless you're the one that. Wait, they're funny unless you're the one that smells it.
Yeah.
That's not so.
Well, whoever smelt it dealt it.
Hey, let me tell you something. Somebody caught one in the elevator at the Trade Center that was going to the 72nd floor express. And you got to see the expression on people's faces. Like everybody's.
Let one rip and then step out just before the door shut.
Yeah. No, but this one, the guy, whoever it was in there. And the place is, I say there's about maybe 25 people in there. That elevators are big. And somebody caught one and then everybody just like.
Yeah, you know what I don't understand is
everybody was like this.
Is a lot of people's farts stink, or mine actually smell kind of nice. So
Did you know that
flower.
women don't fart? They don't.
I
They fluff.
Yeah,
they fluff.
Actually, women are good enough at covering that up that I really didn't think women did fart until I was in my 20s and kind of learned the hard way. But I never.
Oh boy, I don't even want to hear that story.
I honestly
when you said it, little George perked up.
Yes.
Little George perked up. You wanted to hear it?
What about fun in the pool?
Little George wants to be doing some motorboating, I think.
Oh, you know what? Patty says her dad used to fart in the store aisle and wait to see the reactions. My dad used to do that with my mom. They'd go shopping and he'd let one rip and then go, "Oh my God, Sue, what is the matter with you?" And just embarrass the hell out of her.
So since we're sharing dad fart stories on here, I'll tell you a funny story. My parents, I was in New York City with them, and the Macy's, the original Macy's in New York City. It's like 7 or 8 floors or whatever. We're on, and they have all these elevators. We go on the elevator, and we get on, like, I don't know, first floor. There's nobody on, it's just us. And we're going up. My father farts, and then all of a sudden the door opens up. People come on, and the door's shut. And my father's sitting there, and you can smell it. And my father looks at my mother and goes, "There's like 4 other people on the elevator." My father looks at my mother and goes, "Joyce, what'd you do?" My mother was so pissed off at him. I thought, it ended up costing my dad some money that day because he had to buy my mother some things from Macy's to make up for it. But it was funny.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, that is a good one.
Well, George had the fart machine out a couple weeks ago but you didn't hear it, Mark. You just kept letting it rip while we were on the air.
Yeah, I think I did hear it at least once or twice there.
Yeah. How did I'm sorry. I just really knocked this shit right off the rails, didn't I?
Yeah,
that's funny. Hey, I had one thing I don't know if anybody heard, but it's typical. Governor Newsom apparently spent tens of billions of dollars. I'm not making this up. It's actually what I read. Tens of billions of dollars. Sorry, tens of millions with an M. Tens of millions of dollars buying iPads for prisoners, and everybody on death row got one, but most of all the people that were convicted of really nasty crimes in California, everybody gets an iPad, and then they find out, and they're so shocked. They start and they give them internet access, and oh, surprise, surprise, they're all watching freaking porno.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, well, who'd have thought that? But what a bunch of, but that's taxpayer money, tens of millions of dollars to buy iPads for people that are supposed to be paying for their crime.
You look at the bright side. At least they didn't bring hookers in for them.
Well, they actually do every time they bring in another busload of new inmates.
George, did you ever see this? Hey, Trix, pull this up real quick before we go, since you were talking about farts.
My dog just blew one right now. Is gassing me up.
Good dog.
You started it, Trixie.
Find a mistake.
Look at this head, George. This guy's got
that's funny.
Genius.
Oh, that's a great. That is great.
You can't miss him going down the road.
No.
And I'm sure he wears that black shirt every time just so it matches right.
I would hire him.
Yeah.
I would hire him just for his sense of humor.
Yeah.
Somebody with a sense of humor. Usually people with a sense of humor are
Hey,
fun.
give everybody a thumbs up, please.
RD Bull saying $186 million. I'm guessing that might be in reference to the Newsom thing, but it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
No, Newsom got the train to nowhere.
Insane.
He's in, yeah.
His
wife embezzled what? And she was found guilty and got away with it, like a couple $100 million or something like that.
And
All
think
that money
about that.
please.
If you got to waste $186 million, you could have given 1,860 families $100,000 each to drag them out of, give them a nest egg to buy a new house or something like that.
Minnesota, nobody got prosecuted yet. Nothing happened with Minnesota there with all them Somalians that should be. The best one was the judge. The judge says, We're going to fine you $50,000. You're going to have to go to jail. Give up your passport, or either give me $150,000, but you can keep your passport. Where did you think the guy went? He went back to Somalia. That was great. Typical judge, liberal judge.
Yeah.
I never seen. Look. In my lifetime, I never saw so much hatred in this country. The people that are allowed in this country that hate us so fucking much, it's ridiculous.
It is, and it's all being driven by the Democrats.
Let me tell you something. If a guy that came from another country and was a Muslim and told me that he has the right on that thing, I'll clock him. Not even toe to toe. I will clock him so hard that he'll see his 72 virgins before he knows. I got my shirt. I got the shirt that says, "I'm here to help them visit the 72 virgins." I have the one with the machine gun on it. I gotta find it and look for it. Hey, One Citizen, what's up, kid? Have a wonderful, have a great weekend. Don't forget.
We gotta see One Citizen again so I can beat him in pinball.
Yo, you better call me.
Did Daryl send you his Google Glasses video yet?
Not yet. He hasn't sent me his Google Glasses. He hasn't
Right,
sent me
Daryl,
his
you're on the
video.
hook, buddy.
Get that video with the Trixie.
Yeah, come on, Daryl. Make sure you get it to me because I really want to take that.
I have to say, everybody had a great time.
Yeah,
that's all. Everybody had a great time, and it was great.
It's so nice to see everybody. And
it leads me to a question. It leads me to a question. Since the second meetup is over with, where is the next meetup going to be?
Cuba.
I just got home. What are you talking about?
Cuba.
Listen,
you got
to be thinking about the next one. You got to be thinking.
Yeah, that's going to be.
Next one's going to be bigger and better than ever.
No, but you got Cuba. We're going to go to Cuba.
What the hell you want to go to Cuba for?
The new Trump casino in Havana. Yeah,
George, you can't ride your motorcycle to Cuba.
Don't worry about it.
We're gonna take a jet ski.
There'll be a ferry by then.
Maybe hang on that jet ski. You'd be going across
the. There'll be a car ferry by then, Sean, by next year, and we'll celebrate at Trump Havana Casino.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That'll be great.
Yeah. Well, it's one after, huh?
I would like if Cuba could straighten out. I would love to go visit Cuba.
I've already got an idea, but I'm going to talk to George and Trixie about it in offline.
Super is saying Dearbornistan. I don't think so.
Dearbornistan.
I don't think so. I just say no on that one. I'll go ahead and I'll put the kibosh on that one.
Hey, it'd be an easy drive for me. I'm headed toward.
I'm not into eating goat for our dinner. Yeah.
I'm headed that direction in just a couple more hours, Trixie, because we are going to go into the Tiger game.
Oh, I haven't watched baseball all
week.
They're
playing against the enemy, communist Canadians.
The Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays.
I'm having Tiger withdrawals. I'm having Tiger withdrawals.
They haven't been playing so hot.
I love that song.
They got beat up by the Mets.
Florida for Trump. Did he say Miami in the chat for the next one?
He said, "How about Miami?"
I'm up for that. I'm up for that.
Miami can do something.
Look,
Miami's pretty expensive, though.
You got to pay 3 for nose on that one.
Yeah,
that's Miami is very expensive, especially if you want to go to Miami Beach.
By the bar.
Yeah.
I would like a swim up bar though. I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Go to mountains and that's it.
You know what else would be fun? Somebody said the mountains of North Carolina, Tennessee. They have all those cabins you can rent. We could find one of those cabins that can hold like 40 people.
They also have there's all that area down there with the bars and everything. I've been down there when they did the Taylor.
Yeah, there's Gatlinburg. Yeah, I've been to Gatlinburg before. And then you can go to Dolly World and see
the back and do Taylor Drake and get everybody a shot. 11-mile trip. I do that. Everybody sit on the back of my bike and do Taylor Dragon.
Yeah, but if we could get like 3 cabins in a row where they hold a whole bunch of people, that would be fun. We could have a big fire and roast marshmallows.
And where, Gatlinburg?
Yeah,
Gatlinburg. I'll tell you what, though. Gatlinburg can be expensive, though. Gatlinburg.
No, if we have the cabins, we all pitch in and bring our own food and do cookouts.
We could make hobo pizza. I think Trixie probably knows what hobo pizza is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we got to go. It's 4 after 10. We got to go see Mike Schwartz, see what he's got going on. We're going to go out. We'll be back Monday.
Now Jersey styles.
Cabana.
Super Trooper says there's a Buc-ee's in Pigeonport. Maybe we're doing it at Buc-ee's.
Yeah. We can take turns laying on the big Buc-ee outside.
Yeah.